Hey everybody, I'm DarkPulseDave. I'm glad you could join me and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. So today I'm thinking rather than try to get something into space, we're gonna maybe test out some vehicles that we can then attach, like moon rovers and such. We're gonna try building some stuff like that. So anyway, what have we got to start with? That works. Okay. Now, it's pretty simple. We just find stuff to stick on that. Like that. Maybe something bigger. Something like that. Probably should be on the underside, actually. But anyway, that looks like a good start. All those are big wheels. Big wheels. But you know, they have a lot of stress tolerance. Well, these ones actually have more. And they are even bigger. Okay. I want some with some decent stress. Okay. Not that one. Some decent stress tolerance, but not too big. I mean, the only ones I'm seeing for that are these, and these, they don't do well under stress. Not really. So, you know, I guess we're going with these. Something like oh no, not that. Okay. Maybe yes to this. Okay. I've never actually built one of these before, so I have no clue what I'm doing. Let's see. You know what? I think I may have a better idea for this. We'll have that instead. But you know, actually this would be easier in the spaceplane hangar, but We're here anyway. So, we're gonna stick, yeah, some, if it works properly, some cargo bays on. To hold on to stuff. Well, there's the protective shell, the shroud. I was looking for that last time. And then that one's too big. And we'll just go with another one of these. Make this a fairly big rover. Oh, that explains that. Okay, hang on. You're supposed to attach to the front. Which, you know, that might actually be a more interesting design to go with. By doing something like, not that one. That's the same one. That one won't connect. Okay. Sticking these on, then stick the wheels on those. Oh. Okay. Like I said, probably easier in the spaceplane hangar. But you know what? We'll see how this works out. And then we need some power. I think this one can be retracted. So we'll use that one. Unless I'm wrong about that. And that'd probably do better up there. Okay. And stick a battery on this thing. Wherever you'll actually decide to stick. Okay. And actually, this could probably use some struts. Just to, Okay. Would you please strut properly? Excuse me. Strut. Strut. Please strut. Thank you. Okay. Strut this up and name it. How about the moon wagon? Okay, moon wagon. Let's test you out and see what you can do. Okay, that can retract. That's good. Okay. Did not see that ledge there. Oh boy. This thing apparently doesn't have good traction either. Revert flight, vehicle assembly. And you know, that actually kind of highlights a little bit of a problem. The problem with if it gets stuck on something. So we'll just stick some RCS engines on there. To allow it to get around and like maybe hop a little if it needs to. Then, you know, maybe we give it some additional engines? Or engines. Some additional engines, yes. Some additional wheels is the word. And this is starting to look like the Mako from Mass Effect. Still, let's test it again and see how it goes. Okay, that actually made it over that. I forget what my RCS controls are. If this thing even... Yeah, it has monopropellant, so these should work if I hit the right keys. I just don't remember what the right keys are. That controls camera. That's the lights. Oh, no. What actually are the keys for that? I don't know. I can switch to RCS mode though. Oh. It was just that I didn't have them on. Okay. I mean, they don't provide much thrust, but, in lower gravity, that shouldn't be so much of a problem. I might stick a few more on just to be sure. Oh wow. This thing really moves once it gets going, and it really turns. I think that looks pretty good. Revert to vehicle assembly, and yeah, stick the additional monopropellant engines on. A couple of them. Oh no. Don't symmetrize more. I don't need more of those. This is enough. Those are going to need quite a bit of monopropellant though, if they're going to actually do anything for more than a second or two. So, where's the monopropellant tank? Monopropellant. There we go. Oh, that's a big one. Do we have we do have smaller tanks. Good. We'll just stick like 2 of those in and have that do that. Does the battery allow fuel through it, or I think it does. But anyway, probably would do good to have some struts holding that in place. And an antenna. Yeah, that'd be useful. Probably never gonna be that far from... Oh, hang on, that's the wrong one. Never gonna be that far from its, mothership. But you know, I'm thinking actually I don't know what I'm thinking. Huh. Some radiator panels might actually be a good idea. Oh, this might be useful. If there's a smaller version of scans for ore. Yeah, that might be useful to help find resources. And then stick something on the front to make it look nicer. Depending on what there is for that. I'm not actually seeing any nose cones for this that would fit on there nicely. Huh. Would one of these fit? Oh, that one would not. Huh. I might just wind up having to leave that open. Which, you know, not the end of the world. It just doesn't look quite as nice as I'd like it. Oh, that's a big ladder. Big ladder. Don't need something that big. Okay. That should do it. And we'll just, you know, stick on some lights. Make this thing look a little, well, not look nicer, but help this thing to see a little better. And by some lights, I mean one. My mind is all over the place today. Anyway, let's test this out and see how it goes. Okay, so the RCS still doesn't have a lot of power. And that isn't good. The RCS still doesn't have a lot of power, but I mean, in low gravity it'd do more. Unfortunately, I can't test it in low gravity without actually bringing it to a low gravity planet. But anyway, I'm gonna save that. And we're gonna be bringing this thing with us to the moon when we actually land there. And since we've got a station up there, we can actually, what am I talking about? The station's empty right now. We would need to actually send something out to grab an asteroid to process into fuel or something. But yeah, this thing will be our Moonbuggy, I think. Might make a few tweaks before we actually take it there, but I think it looks pretty good. So anyway, baby steps. Baby steps. We'll get to the moon eventually. And actually land on it. But thank you guys for joining me, and I'll see you all next time.